Yo, what's good, everybody? Mr. Royal here, and this is Blocks and Beyond, the podcast where we break down crypto and Web3 in plain English, no PhD required. So let me ask you something. What if I told you there's a form of money that no government controls? No banks can freeze it, no company can shut it down, and anyone in the world with an internet connection can use it. It would sound impossible, right? It did to me at one point. For thousands of years, humans have searched for the perfect form of money. We've used shells, bro, shells. We use stones, livestock, animals, gold, silver, paper money, and now digital payments. But in 2009, something happened that changed the conversation forever. Hear me. A mysterious person or group, nobody knows, right? Using the name Satoshi Nakamoto, launched something called Bitcoin. And whether you love it, hate it, or are still completely confused about it, Bitcoin changed the way the world would think about money. Today, we're breaking down Bitcoin from the ground up. No hype, no fear, no get rich quick. We're talking about what Bitcoin actually is, why it was created, how it works, and why some people believe it could become one of the most important financial technologies in history. Welcome to Blocks and Beyond. All right. I don't want to waste no time. So let's get into this. Before Bitcoin, digital money was a huge problem. Think about sending a picture through your phone. You can copy the picture, you can send it to 10 people at the same time. You could save it forever. Digital information is easy to duplicate. But money can't work that way. Imagine if I could copy a $20 bill on my phone or on my computer and send it to everyone. The entire financial system would probably crash. So for decades, computer scientists tried to solve one major question. Ready? How do you create digital money that cannot be copied or manipulated? The traditional answer was simple. You need a middleman. Banks, credit card companies, payment processors. Someone has to keep record. Someone has to verify the transactions, right? And Bitcoin introduced a different idea. Hear me. What if the network itself could verify transactions? What if thousands of computers around the world could maintain one shared financial record? That shared record was called the blockchain. And Bitcoin became the first successful example of decentralized digital money. So, what is Bitcoin actually, right? Let's start simple. Bitcoin is three things. Hear me. Number one, Bitcoin is a digital currency. It exists electronically. There's no physical Bitcoin bills sitting in a vault. There's no coins, actual metal coins sitting in a Bitcoin ATM. Instead, ownership is recorded on the Bitcoin blockchain. Think of a blockchain like a giant public notebook. Every Bitcoin transaction ever made is recorded in this notebook. But instead of one person holding the notebook, thousands of computers around the world have a copy. That is what makes Bitcoin different. I told you this in the last episode. I want you to keep that mindset of the notebook. Everybody sharing and being able to see this notebook. No single company owns the database. No CEO can wake up tomorrow and decide, we're going to change the rules. I think we're going to change the rules today. No, it's not happening. Number two, Bitcoin is a network. It's not just a coin. That's what confuses people. Bitcoin is a network made up of computers called nodes. These computers communicate with each other and verify each and every transaction. When someone sends Bitcoin, the network checks. When someone sells Bitcoin or buys Bitcoin, the network checks. Here's what it checks. Ready? Does this person actually own this Bitcoin? Has this Bitcoin already been spent? Does this transaction follow the rules? And if everything checks out in these three questions, the transaction gets added to a blockchain. Ready? So, number 3, Bitcoin is a financial system. This is where things get interesting. Bitcoin was created during a major financial crisis. In 2008, banks around the world, not just the United States, around the world collapsed. A lot of people lost their homes, companies failed, governments had to step in and rescue financial institutions. So, in response to this, Satoshi Nakamoto created Bitcoin with a message built in the first block of Bitcoin history. The message? It referenced a newspaper headline about bank bailouts. Many people believe this showed Bitcoin's purpose, creating a financial system where people could have more control over their money. Why is Bitcoin even worth anything? This is what people ask themselves. This is where people get confused. They say Bitcoin isn't backed by anything. But let's think about it. What gives the dollar bill a value? The paper? Oh man, the paper. $100 bill is just a piece of paper with the number 100 on it. The value comes from trust. We trust that other people will accept it. We trust that the system recognizes it, and we trust that the government and institutions support it. Bitcoin works different. Bitcoin's value comes from several things. The first one, scarcity. This is the biggest one. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin. That number's built into the code. Nobody can simply create more. Now compare that to traditional currencies where governments can increase and print all they want. Bitcoin supporters, like me, we believe this scarcity gives Bitcoin properties similar to gold. That's why many people call Bitcoin the digital gold. Gold has been valuable for thousands of years because it's rare. What else? Because it's difficult to produce, it's durable, and it's globally recognized. Bitcoin attempts to bring those same qualities into the digital world. The second one is security. Bitcoin has never been hacked at the network level. The blockchain is secured by something called proof of work. This means computers compete to solve a math problem and secure the network. The people running these computers are called miners. Okay? Miners. Miners verify transactions and receive Bitcoin as a reward. Some people use a lot of electricity to mine Bitcoin. And if somebody solves the math problem before they do, it's a lot of electricity wasted, and they don't even earn a Bitcoin off of it. So you have to think about this. Like, these are people that are serious about what they're doing. And it's decentralized. Decentralization. This is probably the biggest idea. Bitcoin doesn't have a CEO, a headquarters, a bank account, a government owner. The network is maintained by people around the world. This makes Bitcoin extremely difficult to shut down. So let's jump into it, and let's take the fear off the plate, guys. Let's take the fear off the plate. You hear it in my voice? No fear. Bitcoin. Is it a revolution or is it risk? Now let's talk honestly about this, okay? Bitcoin is revolutionary but it does not mean it is perfect. Every technology has strengths and weaknesses. So let's start with the strengths. Bitcoin allows global payments. Someone in one country can send Bitcoin to someone else across in another country without needing a traditional bank. Financial access. Bitcoin gives millions of people worldwide who don't necessarily have access to banking an opportunity. And Bitcoin gives those people another option. And ownership. With Bitcoin, individuals can hold their own assets without needing permission. But there are also challenges, guys. Hear me. Bitcoin prices can be extremely volatile. The price can move thousands of dollars in a short period. I've seen it with my own eyes. It can go from 120,000 for one Bitcoin to 60,000 in one Bitcoin. And that makes it difficult to use as everyday money right now. There's also the educational challenges. Many people lose money because they don't understand. Private keys, wallet security, scams, phishing scams, market cycles. Remember, Bitcoin itself may be powerful technology, but bad decisions around Bitcoin can still create problems. A hammer is a useful tool. I've done construction. But if you don't know how to use it, you can hurt yourself. And the same applies to crypto. Education comes first. All right, it's time for asset or trash it. This is going to be a segment that I have where we're going to explain a coin and we're going to tell if it's an asset or if we should trash it. Okay? So today we're going to make it easy since we're talking about it. Today's coin is Bitcoin. Okay, the ticker symbol on this is BTC. It was created in 2009. And like I said, it's a decentralized digital money network designed to allow people to transfer and store value without relying on traditional finance. The maximum supply, 21 million. So here's my breakdown. Is Bitcoin a scam? No, it's not. Investors know it's not. Politicians know it's not. The government knows it's not. People who are heavily invested just for protection of their future know that Bitcoin is not a scam. Bitcoin is one of the most studied financial technologies in the world and is slowly becoming one of the most important assets. So buying Bitcoin, does that guarantee your success? No. Nothing in investing is guaranteed. Is there a chance? Is there a chance that Bitcoin could completely disappear? Technically, anything's possible. But the network has survived multiple crashes, criticism, government pressure, and market cycles. You have to look at the facts. So my rating, Bitcoin is an asset. And I'm not telling you to go buy it. None of the stuff I'm telling you right now is financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. I'm giving you the education to go look into this on your own. Do your own research when it comes to any type of investing and get comfortable with these markets. Because just like Forex, just like the stock market, cryptocurrency is making its way. Trust me, ignoring Bitcoin completely is like ignoring the World Wide Web back in the 90s, cell phones back in the 90s. You may not know exactly where it goes, but something important is happening. Okay? So now, as I come to a close on my episode, what do I want you to take away from this episode? Hear me. Bitcoin is more than a price chart. Bitcoin represents a question that a lot of people are asking. Who should control money? Should money only exist through governments and banks? Or can technology create new systems where individuals have more control? The debate is not going away, even if you don't want to hear it. Whether Bitcoin becomes the future of money, digital gold to invest in, or simply one important chapter in financial history, one thing is certain. Bitcoin has changed the conversation forever. And here at Blocks and Beyond, that's what we do. We learn, we ask questions, we remove the confusion because the future belongs to people willing to understand it. If this episode has helped you, if you feel like you understand Bitcoin a little better, even a little bit better, share it with someone. Share it with those family members who are saying, oh, Bitcoin, that thing, that the invisible money, that digital fake money. What is Bitcoin really? Keep learning, keep building, and remember, the goal is not just owning technology. The goal is understanding the world of technology is changing and creating something new. So that's a wrap for today. I just want to say, real talk, thank you for being here. Building this community with y'all means everything. This has been Blocks and Beyond. We'll see you at the next one. Peace.